Have you ever walked into a room and felt your dog's eyes lock onto yours? It's a familiar, comforting feeling. But have you ever wondered what is truly happening behind those eyes? Is your dog simply reacting to a familiar shape, a known sound, or do they genuinely recognize your face? It's a question that cuts to the heart of our relationship. We project our humanity onto them, and the idea that they truly see us is powerful. This isn't just wishful thinking, it's scientific inquiry. The answer is more complex and fascinating than yes or no. For a long time, people thought dogs relied mainly on scent. Vision was considered secondary and limited, yet any owner who's seen their dog watching across a park knows there's more. They aren't just sniffing the air, they are watching, waiting, recognizing. Research peels back the mystery. Dogs have a specialized ability to process human faces. Specific brain areas light up for human faces. That response is different from objects. It's also different from other dogs' faces. This suggests an evolutionary adaptation from cohabitation. It helped dogs tell friend from threat quickly. This ability underpins our bond. Recognition isn't just features, eyes, nose, mouth. It's the source of comfort and safety. They are seeing their person. It's a silent conversation, an invisible leash. Even when you are rooms apart or years apart, a shared history and watchful knowing glances. To truly understand how a dog recognizes you, we must first step out of our own human-centric view of the world. We are intensely visual creatures, relying on sight above all else to identify and interpret our surroundings. For a dog, however, recognition is not a single event, but a rich, multi-sensory experience. It is a symphony where sight, smell, sound. When your dog sees you, they are simultaneously smelling the unique signature of your body chemistry and hearing the familiar cadence of your footsteps or the specific pitch of your voice. Each sense provides a different layer of information, all of which merge into a definitive you. Imagine your dog is waiting by the window as you return home. They might first see the shape of a person walking up the path. This is the initial visual cue. Is the gait familiar? Is the height and build correct? This is the first layer of confirmation. But their eyes are only part of the equation. Their ears, capable of hearing frequencies far beyond our own range, are picking up the specific jingle of your keys, the unique sound your shoes make on the pavement. These are auditory signatures they have logged into their memory over countless repetitions, each one a note in the song of your arrival. Then comes the most powerful instrument in their orchestra, the nose. A dog's sense of smell is estimated to be anywhere from 10,000 to 100,000 times more acute than ours. As you get closer, your unique scent, a combination of your hormones, the soap you use, the food you ate, your own personal microbial cloud, wafts towards them. This scent is as unique as a fingerprint, a detailed olfactory story that their brain decodes instantly. For your dog, this smell is the most reliable confirmation of all. It's the final resounding chord in the symphony of your identity. The sight of your face is the picture, but the scent of you is the soul of that picture. So, while we focus on the visual aspect of facial recognition, for a dog, the face is just one piece of a much larger, more intricate puzzle. They don't separate the senses the way we often do. For years, the question of whether dogs truly processed faces was a matter of anecdote and observation. We saw what we believed to be recognition, but the hard proof remained elusive. However, with the advent of non-invasive brain imaging technology like functional magnetic resonance imaging or fMRI, scientists have finally been able to peek inside the canine mind as it works. The discoveries have been nothing short of revolutionary, confirming what many dog owners have long suspected. Dogs have a special place in their brains just for looking at us. This research moves the conversation from if they recognize faces to how they do it. Groundbreaking studies like those conducted by Dr. Gregory Burns at Emory University trained dogs to lie perfectly still in an fMRI scanner while being shown a series of images. Researchers presented the dogs with pictures of familiar human faces, unfamiliar human faces, familiar dog faces, unfamiliar dog faces, everyday objects. The results were striking. When the dogs were shown human faces, a specific region in their temporal lobe, the dog face area, or DFA, showed a significant increase in activity. This response was much stronger for faces than for the inanimate objects, suggesting the brain was treating these images differently. This face patch in the temporal lobe is analogous to a region in humans and other primates which is dedicated to facial processing. The existence of such specialized neural architecture in dogs is powerful evidence that facial recognition is not an accidental byproduct of general intelligence, but a hardwired, evolutionarily advantageous skill. It implies that over millennia of domestication, the canine brain adapted to better interpret the most socially important creature in its environment, us. Recognizing a human face quickly and accurately would have been critical for survival and for fostering cooperative bonds. What makes this even more compelling is that this brain region responded robustly to human faces, sometimes even more so than to the faces of other dogs. The science of dog cognition reveals nuances that are as surprising as they are endearing. It's not just that dogs have a brain region for faces, but it's how they look at them that tells a deeper story. Researchers discovered a behavior called left gaze bias when dogs look at human faces. This isn't a random tick, it's a window into how they process emotional information. When presented with a human face, a dog's eyes tend to drift and fixate on the right side of the face. Our right, their left. This left gaze bias is something we humans do too. It's linked to brain organization. The right hemisphere processes emotional cues and gets input from the left visual field. By looking at the right side of a face, dogs and humans feed more direct visual info to the brain's emotional center. That lets them read expressions more quickly and subtly. Anger, happiness, fear, surprise. Studies confirm this by tracking dogs' eye movements viewing human faces. With neutral expressions, their gaze was more evenly distributed. With clear emotions, the left gaze bias became much more pronounced. They actively seek the most emotionally expressive side to understand the message. This isn't just recognition, it's social and emotional intelligence at work. Your dog isn't just asking who is this, but also how are they feeling. This finding changes how we understand the canine gaze. When your dog looks at you, they aren't just identifying you as their owner. They are actively trying to read your emotional state. They scan your face for cues that tell them it's time to play, that you're feeling sad and need comfort, or that they've done something to land in the doghouse. This shared left gaze bias is evidence of coevolution. Our species became finely tuned to read and respond to one another's social and emotional signals, strengthening the unique bond we share. While the visual science is captivating, we can never stray too far from the dog's primary sense, olfaction. A dog's nose is a marvel of biological engineering, and for them your face is inextricably linked to your scent. If the image of your face is a photograph, your personal scent is the rich, detailed caption written beneath it, providing context, history, emotional depth. Just as with humans, the clarity of a dog's internal world can be affected by the passage of time and changes in health. A dog's remarkable ability to recognize faces and scents is not immune to the effects of aging or illness. As dogs grow older, their senses can begin to dull. Their hearing may become less acute, their vision can be clouded by cataracts, progressive retinal atrophy. This fading can make it harder to identify people quickly, especially from a distance. The once sharp picture of a beloved owner's face might become blurry and less distinct. This sensory decline can lead to behavioral changes that might be misinterpreted. An older dog that seems less responsive or appears to ignore a familiar person may be struggling to process incoming sights and sounds. They might need you to come closer so your scent can provide the definitive clue. Understanding this is key to compassionate care. Speak clearly, give time and proximity, rely on their sense of smell. In the end, the science behind how a dog sees your face brings us back to a simple, profound truth. That look is a cornerstone of the relationship you share. A dog's ability to recognize your face is more than a neat biological trick. It is the visual manifestation of your bond. That look is not just a glance, it is an affirmation. It is the look of love, a silent, perfect expression of one of the most special bonds on earth. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.